Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video, and we are on our Dino a Day review series, and you can see we are on to the Mammoth. Now the Mammoth is a very interesting tame. It's a very large tame, and when the game first came out, these things were awesome to have. For PvP, they were great because they did a lot of damage, they had a lot of base health, they had a lot of cool stats, and they got wood, which was awesome. Now, in the modern Ark game, Mammoths, for the most part, kind of useless, in all honesty. They do have the ability to gather wood. You can see that, and they gather wood really well. This is on 1x, so they do gather a very large amount of wood, which is quite nice. And they can gather a lot per tree very quickly. However, realistically speaking, you can do the same thing with the Therizinosaurus, get more actually, and you can actually use the beaver to get quite a bit as well. Now, let's talk about what things are good with the Mammoth. Now, obviously you can see right here, he's got a ton of ability to carry things because he carries at a really, really reduced rate. But his health stat is very nice. You can easily get him to 20k. Stamina is very reasonable. And then weight can also be jacked quite high because Mammoths are basically just grinder tames. That's about all they need, and that's about all they're good for, in my opinion. I'm hoping in the next TLC update that these get changed just a little bit, because I would like to see them get a little bit changed, because they really could have so many cool things, like maybe make it so their tusks do damage to metal, or something like that. I don't know. There could be some really neat things that you could do with the Mammoth, because in all honesty they're hard to raise because they're a mammal and they're not anything other than a mammal, so it's just difficult to raise them. And in general, their stats are good, but every single category they have, there's something that is better, like health. There are dinos that are way better and take reduced damage. Stamina, there are dinos that are way better and way faster. Weight, there are dinos that are way better and way faster. So the issue is, I suppose, yes, I can run around. It's a great early game tame if you need access to getting a bunch of wood, but I mean, realistically speaking, you're better off just going with a Therizino and putting it on a boat and going to the swamp, but that's up to you. With this guy, so what really is the value of him? He does have a little bit of a knockback, which can be quite nice, and he deals a ton of base damage, but you're not going to be able to combat a Rex or a Giganotosaurus or a Therizino. You're going to just get hosed. He's got a little bit of a knockback, I suppose, which can help him just a touch, and he's not very quick. But in general, the Mammoth is a great starter creature, but that's about all I would do with the Mammoth. Now, and this really does come down to the fact that the Mammoth is a great starter tame, but think about it, endgame, every single category he has, there is something that is better. But it does get good wood and can serve as a great starter tame just because it can defend you, it can gather wood and thatch, and a little bit of berries too. So he does that have ability, but there are tames that will replace him in the long run. Like the beaver is more movable and mobile because you can carry it with an RG. Therizinosaurus gathers more because you can have increased stats. But for early game, the Mammoth is a great creature to have because they're not that hard to tame. They have a huge hitbox, so you just have to knock them out, which is the hard part. And then once you do that, all you got to do is just farm a bunch of wood, and because they take everything at a reduced carry weight, they can actually carry a ton of wood. You can see right here, I've probably got, I don't know, 4,000 wood on this thing, and I'm not even a third of my weight cap, so that's pretty nice. I didn't think it'd kill him in one hit, but oh well. So they do have a very high weight, and that's about what I can say for the Mammoth. A lot of people I know like the Mammoth, so there's going to be some people that are upset that I'm telling you it's basically useless. That's just the truth. I love the Mammoth. I mean, it's like one of my favorite tames. It's one of my favorite in real life dinosaurs, if you want to call them that. They're not really dinosaurs, but it's one of my favorite in real life things. And unfortunately, they've just kind of been done dirty by Ark and made basically useless nowadays. Early game, they were great, but now, not so great. Anyways, other than this, hopefully this video helps you out. And other than that, Teach out.